The reason why I moved my MCAT exam from Feb 13th down to March 7th was because of the declining trajectory of my practice exam scores. In December, I was scoring a 523, in January, I was scoring a 520, and then last week when I was taking my practice exam 5, I scored a 518. Now, this trend is because of many different reasons, but the most recent iteration was because I got a 126 out of 132 in cars. And this dropped my score by 6 points. And if I got my usual car score, which is usually above 130, I would definitely be around in the 522 to 524 range. That being said, though, I realized over the past couple of days why cars was going wrong. Now, the approach for most passages is to apply a lot of the knowledge that you already know with a little bit of passage context to answer the question. This mainly applies really well for the passage-based questions, and then for discretes, it's just based on your knowledge and what the question is asking. In cars, I started applying something called common sense, and I did not consult the passage that much when it came to answering the questions, and this caused my scores to tremendously go down. I did a small test to see if this was really a correct hypothesis. I decided to answer 6 questions from the question bank just based on my instinct and what the question logically should be. And in that, I only got a 2 out of 6. What I realized was the passage is made to be the actual answers of every single question. Applying the usual projected common sense for it is the reason why your scores are going to go down. And that itself took me the past 5 days to do. I started highlighting everything, writing down what the main points are, and because of that, the max I mess up on a single passage now is maybe like 1 question. I've never really messed up 2 in this past 2 or 3 days. That all being said, I have been really working on that as well as catching up with all my classes. In the process of setting up this sort of MCAT doing 3 passages every day, as well as just doing my usual review, I got really behind in PChem, and I've been really trying to catch up with the lectures. In addition, I have also realized that I'm burning out way faster than I expected, and I wanted to set a sort of one day that I'd take a break. That day was supposed to be today, but I ended up doing a lot of work on my lab report, and I'm struggling to figure out a good balance with all of this sort of stuff. I'm trying to decide exactly where I can take this break without ruining my plans. While I'm in the process of that, though, I am marching forward in terms of my research, and that's just been my overall summary of what's going on. The next exam I have to take is my neuroscience and PChem exam. These are scheduled both on the same day, which is going to be in 2 weeks. So it'll be next Friday. And so we're going to study for that exam, and then the week after that, I believe, should be basically studying for the MCAT and the final sort of crutch. Anyways, hopefully you're doing well, going with all your goals, but take care. Have a wonderful day.